Hey y'all, I'm Cody, it's time to catch up. Grab your headphones and fill your cup. Sports and life, I've got stories to share. Sit back, relax like you just don't care.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Catching Up with Cody podcast. As you can see, I got two special guests here, Cody and Sarah. Some TikTok content creators that I met through social media. I know in a couple of my previous episodes, I've had a couple other content creators on. So networking, I think, is definitely going to be my strong suit, and I hope to continue to do that. So why don't you guys give a little background about you guys and, you know, kind of what got you started doing TikTok?
I mean, we were just kind of scrollers and watched videos at first, and then Cody got into golf and he would do his daily shot, and that led us to some pretty awesome people. And that's how we started to build a community. And then Cody, he decided to do like a men's devotional, and because God put that on his heart to do that.
Nice.
And then I was also leaning that way as well. And I was like, let's do a couples one, because we follow someone on TikTok that's a pastor, and he just kind of really led us to do it, because we're just a normal couple. We're not pastors. We just want to spread God's word, and that's kind of how it all really started, and it's just flourished from here. So.
Nice. Yeah, no, I was telling my girlfriend the other day, I was like, you know, every time you guys are on your live, I'm like, you know, this really makes my night, hanging out with you guys for a little bit. You know, it's kind of like I know you guys, but we've never met. And I know it's kind of happened to a couple different content creators that I've, you know, met already. And with the short time that I've been doing it, it's like the friendships and stuff that I've built so far, it's really cool.
It is so awesome.
And we love having you.
Yeah, just people being vulnerable and truthful with each other. That's just made us closer to people. Like, yes, we don't know them, but we're going to get to know them.
Yep.
You know, with the cruise and just other golf tournaments.
Yeah, Primetime and I are going to meet up in the next week or two. Nice. He's going to be down this way, and we're going to go play a round of golf.
Nice. So you guys are going on that cruise too? I've been hearing a bunch of people talking about it.
Yep, we are.
That's awesome. It's
actually a great deal. It was a really good deal. So
nice. You guys are going to have to let me know how that goes. I've been seeing, like I said, a couple people talking about it, and it's kind of cool that, like, in the, you know, little amount of people that I know, how many of them are all going on this thing. So it's like, it seems like it's gotten to a lot of people. So yeah, definitely let me know how that goes.
Yeah,
definitely.
we will.
No, we were a little skeptical at first because, you know, the first year something like that happens, it's, you know, there's going to be quirks and things to work out. But then, you know, we kind of stepped back and we thought, well, you know what? How many people are going to say they went on the first one?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You
and then, you know, posting about the cruise, and we just wanted to just go dive in and do it.
That's really cool. Yeah, no, I'm glad you guys are doing that. Like I said, if there's another one, I might have to consider joining it. So yeah, I was kind of the same way. I was like, you know, not that, you know, in this day and age, you never know, but like, it does seem like there's going to be a lot of cool people on there. So I hope you guys have a great time with that.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we're definitely looking forward to it.
Nice.
Cody's never been on a cruise.
I haven't.
So.
No.
I have never. My dad has gone on a bunch. He wants me to go, but I don't know.
It's awesome. Like, all you can eat buffets. I mean, just fun time.
Nice. Well, you guys, I hope you have a good time on that for sure. So,
thank you.
How long have you guys been doing TikTok? Recent, or has it been a while?
So, I mean, like Sarah said, I mean, it's just been the past few months. Oh goodness.
Sorry, our baby's gonna be
So prior to about a year ago, Sarah said we were just scrollers. You know, we would just flip through social media, whether that's TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, whatever.
Yeah.
And then a buddy of mine and I started playing golf a lot together, and we're like, you know what? We see a lot of golf stuff on TikTok. Why don't we record some and post some stuff? And that's how my page started. Because prior to us sharing a page and it being God's glory, my page name was Par 4 Assassins.
Nice.
So so it was strictly golf back then. I mean, of course, we still had our faith and everything like that, but I didn't feel led to come on and do a men's devotion at that time. It wasn't until just a couple months ago. And really, that's where all of our growth on our pages come from. I think I had 100 followers 3 months ago.
I had like 40 to 50 like a month ago, and now I'm
just over 1,000.
Nice. Yeah, that's crazy. That's another thing that I've noticed too is like the engaging with people. At first I was like, there's no way that like engaging is gonna do anything, whatever. But I mean, I'm only at 450 or whatever, but it's crazy that like the engaging really does work, and I'm gonna continue to do that all the time. I mean, that's why I jump into these lives and everything, is because that's how you get your name out there and everything. So,
well, especially Social Sprout. I got
yeah.
60 followers from his yesterday.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. It's just the small amount of time. I mean, even when I'm in your guys' page, I try to be in there as long as I can, and it's like, even if it's just a small amount of time that I'm in there, it's like, wow, okay, there is people that obviously want to follow and enjoy my stuff. So.
And that's something we try to always do. We always try to shout out the people who are in our room and give us the most support.
Yes.
Because it means a lot to us. And it's a simple thing for us to say, hey, this person is always in here giving us support. Give them a follow, support them.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, I had Social Sprout and a couple other people on the other day, and I was like, the day one people are, kind of the reason that a lot of people are at where they're at. So, I mean, again, I appreciate your guys' support. I mean, like I said, you guys are way ahead of where I'm at, so I appreciate you guys kind of, still engaging with my stuff and supporting me. I really do appreciate that.
Always.
No, it's our pleasure.
Yes.
So, no, I'm definitely gonna get a hat. I'm working on it, but I'll definitely get something from you guys.
Don't worry, we'll be here.
Yeah.
So
anytime.
Yeah, whenever you're ready, just let us know.
Yeah. So I mean, I know you guys are a big faith, content and everything like that. What's your guys' like main story, and what do you guys kind of wanna really get out there to people, and your story almost?
So I mean, we both come from completely separate backgrounds. Sarah grew up in Kansas City area. We're from Kansas.
Okay.
And we now live an hour south where I grew up. Small town America.
So we had a long distance relationship to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
How did that go? Was that tough?
It was. I mean,
yes and no. It wasn't like, I don't know. I mean,
we only saw each other on the weekends.
Okay.
Because I ran a daycare business, so I couldn't obviously come and spend time while he was working and stuff. So we spent the weekends together.
Yeah.
Nice.
And just, really, God literally put us together.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we owe it all to him.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Nice.
So, we've always been God at our center of our marriage, and we seek him in everything we do. And that's what a lot of people don't understand about marriage, is when Christ isn't at the center, they typically fail. There's just so many marriages that are failing, and just like, people have temptations. We have several of our friends that their marriages were failing, and we were like, what is happening? So that kind of pushed us to start our God's Glory.
Nice.
Because do you want to add anything to that?
Yeah. So really, it all just goes back to God. Like you said, we from day one, when we first started talking, we were completely upfront and honest with each other about everything and what expectations we had for each other and for ourselves even. And
it was like we knew each other before we met.
Yeah.
Like it was.
We talked for about a week or two before we met for the first time.
Nice.
And we really just dove in and got deep into, the real hard stuff you don't like to talk about with, people you're not, haven't met, but we were just that intentive, I guess.
Yeah.
Probably not the right word. But we knew what we wanted, and we wanted to make sure that we were both on the same page before we even progressed, because we both came from pretty rough relationships, and we've always said that God put us through what we went through because He knew that we were going to be
For
together.
you guys to find each other. Yeah, no, that's honestly amazing. And I mean, communication up front is definitely number one, and I mean throughout a relationship, it's still number one. So
Yep. He's looking at me and smiling. I'm a big communicator.
yes, yeah. No, my
People
girlfriend's the same way.
communicate.
There's sometimes that she's like, "Why don't you just communicate this? Like, it's not that big of a deal." I'm like, "Yeah, I guess that's true." So, but yeah, no, communication is number one for sure.
Seriously, and the small things matter. Even guys typically say, "Oh, it doesn't matter. It's just something small." But we care. We care about you. Like all of you. So that's just kind of a woman's perspective. But always communicate the small things and
Nice.
everything.
For sure.
Yes, for sure. So, but
I can go on.
yeah. So besides TikTok, are you guys on any other platforms? Or you guys are just kind of working with TikTok first and just seeing how everything goes?
Yeah, I mean,
we're on Facebook, and I know that we're gonna launch our merchandise on Facebook, but we really are big into TikTok.
yeah,
Nice.
we're trying. Facebook's a completely different monster.
Yes.
Mhm.
So we want to make sure that we have all our ducks in a row, and we're not treading water before we take that step. We have better relationship with people on TikTok. So, and Facebook is full of haters.
Mhm.
Yes.
So, really, we want to just we want to be able to say we can hit the ground running when we take that step.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
for
kind of what
now-
I should have kind of looked at too. It's like I started all the social medias all at the same time, and like at first I was like, okay, I'm just posting on everything, and then pretty much the only thing I post on YouTube is the podcasts. But I need to start doing that too. I like post everything on TikTok, and then like after I start getting the views and everything, I'm like, oh, I guess I should have put that on Instagram or something else. But yeah, I'm gonna start small and then eventually work my way.
Well,
out
and that's
to
the
it.
thing,
we'll share your stories
Oh,
too,
definitely.
and we'll get it out there, and we'll comment. And that's all it's about, is engaging.
We will engage.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. No.
Community.
Yes. Yeah. But no, I just
you
it's-
never know what's going to take off either.
No.
So
Yep, and that's where I've been kind of like, down on myself there is like, I post all this stuff and I'm just doing this as a hobby. It's not like I'm trying to do this as a full-time thing or anything like that, but there is some days that it's like, man, I put all my time into something and it doesn't really do that well. And I kind of see it more in my podcast than I do on TikTok, because I feel like TikTok there's always people on it, whereas YouTube, if I don't get a lot of views on one video, I'm like, wow, I spent a couple hours editing and doing everything and nothing came of it. But
no, we definitely know how that goes.
Mhm.
I mean,
when we first started out, it was small, and we just kept doing it. It didn't matter how many people were in our rooms.
Yeah.
Or
When we first started, it was literally Moss and Prime Time.
yeah.
And
that was
then-
it. Yeah.
Then Moss's wife started joining,
Mhm.
and then even they fell off for a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things, you got to get through the hard stuff.
Mhm.
It is very discouraging to put all your time and effort into something and not see immediate return.
yeah,
Right.
But I think there's a lot of perseverance in it. You have to just keep on keeping on, man.
yeah,
It's all in God's timing.
yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, that's like with the lives. Like I've done a couple of them just like myself, and it's like you see one or two names or like just people in there, and you're like, okay, well, are these people actually like, want to watch this? And then half the time I'm just talking to myself. But like you guys said, at some point it'll be all worth it. So I'm just
Definitely.
waiting for it. So
I think you got a good thing going, man.
Yep.
I
Absolutely.
appreciate it. Yeah, I'm trying. I started doing this because me and my buddy used to do a podcast, and then that didn't really end up working out. And you know, I kind of thought to myself, I never thought I would be like actually sitting behind a camera talking to people. Because when I originally started out the podcast and TikTok, it was all just audio, and then I would just add my own pictures and everything into it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try to do video and see what happens. And here we are, 450 followers later. I mean, I feel like I've got to be doing something right. So
Yeah.
No, absolutely. Yeah, it's one step at a time.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the tough part now is like kind of coming up with content and everything because I did the 30-day challenge of posting every day, and now
That was awesome, by the way.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it was honestly like that was one thing. Like every day that I woke up, I'm like, cool, I got something to talk about. I got a post to do, and you know, a couple of my buddies would text me, you know, be like, dude, you didn't post yet today. I'm like, I got something going on, you know, I'm trying. So that was kind of cool that like at least even if it's just like a couple of my buddies, at least there's somebody that's kind of like waiting for me to post something and actually enjoys it. So I gotta look at those as like the small wins and everything. And you know, I'm not gonna go viral overnight, and that's not even really what I'm looking for either. It's just like I said, a hobby, something for me to do, and just, I mean, like I've told people before, if I post something and I'm the only person that likes it, then oh well, it's what makes me happy, and honestly, that's the number one thing at the end of the day.
Exactly.
No, and really, it just takes that one person to come in and like what you're doing, who's got a bunch of friends who are like-minded,
Yes.
and they share it out there, and then you got a big group of people.
Yep.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, even with the people that have like, you know, the bigger following, like you guys or Social Sprout, people like that, it's like, it, you know, makes me happy because I'm like, okay, that there is people like, and I told this to Social Sprout before, I'm like, you know, with you having 12 to 15,000 followers, I mean, I wouldn't blame you if you're like, you know what, Cody, you're at 450 followers, you're not really, it's not worth having me engaging and everything like that, but it's just those people out there that take their time and remember who the day one people are, and it's really about the networking too. And I'd never really thought that networking would be like this. I always thought, you know, okay, maybe I'll get a couple people that I'll, you know, be close with and everything like that, but honestly, like I enjoy the networking. I never really thought I would, and I mean, like I said, seeing the relationships and the friendships that I've built, it's pretty cool. So
Yeah,
It is.
yeah, and it's been a blessing for us as well. I mean, Prime Time's working on this TikTok golf tournament, and it's become more than just a golf tournament. It's just a creators tournament. You know, he wants anyone and everyone on TikTok to show up to this thing and show out and just have a good time. And we're making some ground on that. It's not really my place alone to talk about, so I won't go too far into it. But that I think that's going to be big.
yeah, no, like you said, that and the cruise. I mean, this is definitely some stuff that like I want to look at for the future. And I mean, like I said, even if it does, I mean, even if I don't go viral, I don't go, you know, anywhere with it. I mean, again, it's just really the friendships and the networking that I could build. I mean,
Definitely.
there's a couple people that I've met on here that like, you know, one guy I met, he grew up in the same spot that I'm at now, and you know, some of these people, it feels like I've known them forever, and it's only been a few months that I've been doing this stuff. I mean, even you guys. I mean, I feel like I've known you guys so long, and I feel like it's only been what, a couple weeks that we really have, you know, connected on the social media. So it's crazy how this all works, and it's really cool.
Yeah,
we never expected it to turn out this way.
Definitely.
And for people that we don't even know build us up.
Yeah.
You know, it's and it helps us be more positive. And I mean, it's like they help us, you know, and we help them. It's just all about community.
Yeah.
And really, I mean, doing what we do with the devotional every night, it helps keep us in check in our faith as well.
Yes.
You know, and it gives us something to look forward to every night. You know, hey, we got this time we're going to spend with our community. We're going to spend time with God. We're going to pray. We're going to worship Him. You know, all the good things that He likes us to do.
Yeah.
And we've developed lifelong friendships out of this.
Nice. Yeah. No, I tell my girlfriend all the time. I'm like, Cody and Sarah are going to be on at this time. She goes, do they go on at the same time every day? I'm like, every day. I'm like, yep, that's one thing I like doing, and it's like I said, it honestly makes my night. I'm like, you know what? I'll come hang out with these guys for a little bit, and like I said, just build that relationship and that friendship with people. So
Yeah,
We love
appreciate it.
that.
Yeah.
We do, and that's why we do it. You know, we want to help people and spread the word and just, you know, get people to know God
yeah,
and understand it. And
yeah. No, and that's one thing I need to start doing too is really start doing those TikTok lives again. Like I've had a couple of them that I've done that nobody's ever in them, so I think it's just me being like nobody wants to listen, so I kind of put it on the back burner. But just need to put myself out there. I mean, the next thing I kind of want to do is do vlogs and everything, and um, it's just I'm the type of person that's like, what are people gonna say? Like if I'm just walking down the street and with a camera in my hand, but I just got to get to that point where it's like people are gonna judge no matter what. So just do what
Right.
makes you happy.
Yeah, what
So
But-
why care?
I mean, and also it depends on what time you go on in TikTok, because there's certain times where, you know, people like first thing in the morning, lunch break, mid afternoon, and
Early evening.
Yeah.
no.
I mean, those are the best times to go on. Like 10 o'clock, there's not going to be a lot of people on because they're working, you
Yeah.
know. So try different times to see what works for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. Yeah, it's gonna be easier now with this new job. My old job, I was off on Wednesday, so I'm like, oh, cool, I'm off. Let's do a TikTok live. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, oh, well, it's 11 o'clock in the morning during a workday. Nobody's gonna jump on. So yeah, no, I definitely think, like I said in the beginning, I definitely think with this new job, I think it's gonna not only make life easier, but I think I'm gonna be happier and better physically and mentally. So I'm
That's
looking
good.
forward to the next chapter and everything, and it's going to be a fun time. And like I said, meeting people like you guys is definitely going to make things easier too.
Yeah, definitely. Sorry, he's a wild boy.
You are good. So, I mean, I guess the last thing I really have here is like, what do you guys see this channel going in the next couple months? What do you guys kind of want to? What do you guys have in the works if you want to talk about it? And what do you guys kind of see happening?
Goodness. What do we have? Where do we see this going, or what do we have planned over the next few months? Where do we see it going?
I mean, only God knows
Yeah.
where it's gonna go. But we are here for the ride, and whatever way it goes, we're happy with the outcome. So,
And we've said from day one, even if we do this and we only reach one person, we're good.
Yeah.
You know. But obviously it's turned into more than that, and we just pray that it continues to grow.
Yeah.
Because that's why we do it. We try to be a vessel to lead people to God.
Yeah.
And obviously we're happy with where we're at. We're thankful, and but I would love to be able to help more people.
Yeah. No, I honestly think you guys are doing a great job where you're at. And I mean, I'm definitely excited to see what you guys do with this stuff. I mean, you guys getting out merch and everything like that. I mean, that's definitely a stepping stone. And I mean, I already told my girlfriend, I'm like, they got hats. I've got to get a hat, all this stuff. And I mean, I'm excited. I'm trying to get, stuff out as well for me. So I'm going to try to start rolling that out and see how that goes. And I'm a little skeptical about it because the last time me and my buddy rolled out merch, that's when the podcast kind of fell apart. So I'm like,
oh no,
I don't know. I'm like, do I take the step or do I just wait? But we'll see what happens. But
yeah,
no, I really appreciate what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
So
for sure,
you guys are doing great. And like I said, I mean, that's pretty much the highlight of my night is when you guys go on live. So
And that means so much to us.
It does, definitely.
No, I try to get in as much as I can. I mean, I try to stay in as long as I can and, engage as much as I can. So, but you guys are doing great.
We know that people have lives outside of TikTok, and, people have a long work day. They want to come home, see their family, spend time with. So we totally understand that side of it. So,
I mean, the only reason why we chose the time is just because the kids are in bed and it's just easier.
Yeah.
I've been up and down.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But I'm more like I want to be focused on just that, and not be being mommy.
Yeah, I'm not
So,
sure if you were in our live. Was it Thursday or Friday? It got a little crazy with the kids around. We ended up having a
Oh.
really short live.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all right. That's all right. Like you said, I mean, everybody's got lives, but I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, even if you guys go on for, I mean, even 10, 15 minutes, it's just to engage with everybody and kind of keep up with everybody. But
Mm-hmm.
so, no, and
Definitely.
I appreciate it. When I typed in there a couple times, about my first day on the job and just the prayers and stuff like that, and I appreciate you guys doing that. So
Of course, yeah.
we're looking at
Absolutely.
houses, so I'm gonna keep probably typing that in there for hopefully we find the right one. We thought we had the right one and it didn't end up working out, but
Yes.
So.
Looking for houses and socials.
Yes,
Oh,
it
yeah.
is.
Understand that.
yeah, I didn't think it would be this difficult, but it definitely is. But
It's a
hey,
process.
yeah,
It
like you
is.
guys said, it'll work, and there's definitely a plan and something for everybody in the future. So, but
For sure.
so
Awesome. Yeah, we'll definitely be praying for you.
Definitely.
I appreciate it. Well, honestly, guys, thank you so much for being on. I mean, is there any other last minute things you guys kind of want to say or whatever?
I mean, if anyone wants to join our couples devotional, you can find us on TikTok, Cody and Sarah, God's Glory, and we're live Monday through Friday, 8:15 p.m. Central Time. So we're looking forward to growing our community, and we won't turn anyone away.
There
Nope.
we go. Perfect. Well, definitely let me know how that cruise goes and that golf outing and everything. And honestly, if it keeps going, I might be there in person for one of the two or both. We'll see. So
Yeah, that
definitely.
would be awesome.
It'd be cool.
perfect. Thank you guys so much for being on. Thank you guys for taking time out of your day. I know you guys are busy with a lot of stuff and you got a live coming up here pretty soon. So again, I appreciate it, and we'll definitely have you guys on again soon.
Oh,
All
yeah,
right,
we
yes,
appreciate it. Thanks,
thank
Cody.
you.
All right, thank you
Cody.
guys. I'll be on the live soon.
All right,
Sounds
sounds
good.
good.
Take care, guys.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Sports and life, I've got stories to share. Sit back, relax like you just don't care.